Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 2. We good? Can you hear me? Give me a number 8 in the chat. Put a number 8 in the chat if you can hear me. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yes, we're good. Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Phins Show. I am your host, Miss Phins. Really at 12? Fine. Delusional pages, man. Guys, hit that like button on your way in. Thank you so much for coming through. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna talk about the game, the championship weekend. We're gonna talk about QBs. We're gonna TV. Really, really. Y'all are too much. I like it though. I respect it. I respect it. We're gonna talk about all of that, guys. I'm gonna break it down, show you details today. Yesterday, I kind of gave you my overall opinion on it, and then we're gonna talk about, do the Miami Dolphins even have a guy? Uh, I mean, because everybody's always talking about, yeah, we do. Uh, I'm over it, but today's QB Tuesday, so we're gonna do it. We're not talking about it. So let me go ahead and share my screen and start out with the first game, which, if we're gonna be honest, that was a whooping. Oh my, oh my. Now I know I talked about Allen and Mahomes, but I gotta talk about these young QBs. On the opposite game, where you're still seeing um Jaden Daniels, brand new rookie, and even Jalen Hurts, young quarterback in the league, and both of them having such a great outing overall, if you really take a look at it, right? So let's come over here. Obviously, you can see it was 23-55 Eagles. Did anybody see that score? Yeah, no, I didn't think it was gonna be like that. And then 7 rushing touchdowns. Did you hear what Saquon said? I want everybody to see that you can still do it old school and pound the ball and win games. We saw it, bro. We saw it. So that's it's good stuff. I think it's good for football. Bring real football back. So Hurts, Barkley each rushed for 3 TDs to help Eagles reach Super Bowl with 55-23 win over Commanders. Saquon Barkley consulted with his family before the star running back decided, yes, it was time to leave his only professional home with the Giants and sign with the Eagles. According to the AP, single-handedly one of the best trades for the Eagles of all time. Like, that's one of the best Eagles trades of all time. Let's be real. Horrible for the Giants. Great. And apparently the Giants wanted Jaden Daniel. And can you imagine Jaden Daniel with Saquon? Oh man, that would have been insane. But anywho, you're seeing it here. This game was fairly semi-decently close, even though by the third quarter, Commanders are still down, obviously, but only by what, 10 points, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So it was still a winnable game, but man, that fourth quarter, the Eagles just turned it up. The Eagles defense became absolutely shut down, completely shut down the Commanders, and then Eagles offense went on a tear and just touchdown, 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 touchdown. They didn't care no more. Taking a look at the quarterback, since that's what we're talking about today. Even, I mean, for a rookie, look, 29 out of 48. That is above 50%, just above 255 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interceptions. Obviously, the giveaway, you don't want to do that. Jalen Hurts with a very efficient game, 20 out of 28, 246 yards, 1 touchdown. Obviously, 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Guys, you have to understand with the way the team. What's up, Papa Paul? Good morning, sir. Welcome. Thank you for so much for coming through. The way that the Eagles are set up is perfect for Jalen Hurts because he just needs to do what he needs to do. Take care of the ball, don't give it away, right? And you could kind of say the same thing about Jaden Daniels and his squad as well. Obviously, he had that one interception, but realistically speaking, um, just the offense was just purely more dominant, in my opinion, for the Eagles than the defense was for the Commanders. But even so, I mean, Jaden Daniels wasn't bad. He was a rookie. And even that rookie still had the gumption, still had the poise, still was able to not really be too rattled. So when you're looking at somebody literally, and this is why I asked the opposite question, because today's show I titled it Allen versus Mahomes. What happened? How did these two guys end up in what they did, right? And within that game, the AFC Championship. But also, I titled it, "Do we have a guy like the Dolphins? Do the Dolphins have a guy?" Jalen Hurts went to the same school, played in the same games as our quarterback, ended up transferring. Didn't he win a title with Ohio State? Or am I dreaming that? Somebody help me out here. Did Jalen Hurts win a title with Ohio State? I feel like he did, but I'm not 1,000% sure. I know he went to Ohio State. I just don't know if he actually won with Ohio. You guys help me out here. Did he actually win one with Ohio State? I feel like he did, but I'm not entirely sure. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. No, not CJ Stroud. Hey, Jalen Hurts. Did I say CJ Stroud? I meant Jalen Hurts. Sorry, Jalen Hurts. What up, Papa Paul? Adam S. in the building. One of our awesome members. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. No, Mike K with silly stuff. He was here yesterday, but I think he's not going to be here any other day. What's up, Seba? Good day. I thought Washington was going to get it more. Yeah, I thought so too, man. I thought so too. No, I'm saying, didn't Jalen Hurts win a championship with Ohio State after he transferred over there? I almost feel like he did, but I'm not sure. Regardless, I know he had a good campaign. That's why he was able to still be drafted. You know, and they didn't completely fall off. Because if I'm not mistaken, Jalen Hurts was drafted high in the second round, just outside of the first round. Either late in the first or just outside the first round and the second. So, but anywho, he went to. Hurts went to Oklahoma. Ain't no way. Huh? I mean, I believe it. I just don't believe it because I'm Oklahoma. Oh, it's not OSU, which is orange and black. I associate the school by their colors, and I'm looking at OU, and it is red too, and that's probably why. Yep, he went to Oklahoma. Okay, okay. My bad, my bad. Thought it was that's red and silver is Ohio State. OU is black and red or red and black, right? I think that's how it is. Anywho, but I appreciate it. He went to Oklahoma. My bad. Thank you so much, guys, for helping me. I did say help me out because I wasn't sure. So thank you for helping me out. Um, but yeah, he went to Oklahoma. He had some success in Oklahoma. You know what I mean? And now he's about to go in his to his second Super Bowl in 5 years. Second Super Bowl in 5 years. What up, Marinos Gold? F Money. Good morning, guys. Like this is what I mean. Do we even have a guy? Well, Miss Phins, you can't really compare the Philadelphia Eagles, organization with the Dolphins because they got weapons over there. I'm so tired of people telling me how we don't have weapons because that's all I heard for 3 years straight. How look at all these weapons, number one offense, number one this, which is true. And Aquavision, I agree. Barkley should be MVP at this point, man. What's up, Chris? Good morning. But with what I'm seeing these youngsters do, look at CJ Stroud last year with the Texans. Already won his division twice, won two playoff games. Literally, where is this? Where is this thingy? I can't even believe this. This is where we're at, people. This is CJ Stroud. Now, for change this image and put in Jaden Daniels. Guys, Jaden Daniels has won wild card weekend, divisional card weekend. This is CJ with his second year already has two playoff wins. Jaden Daniels with his rookie season already has two playoff wins. So you mean to tell me Jaden Daniels, a rookie, CJ Stroud, second year, sophomore year, they each already have two playoff games. One already won his division twice. The other one, obviously, it wasn't going to get his division because you're in the same division as the Eagles, and pretty much Eagles own it. So at least for now. But look, in 5 NFL seasons, and Tua's got zero playoff wins, only been there twice, and didn't even really. He's only been there once because he wasn't even available the first time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Do we even have a guy? Look at the guys that are coming up. Look at the guys that already went. Jalen Hurts already went to his exact same school. Already, Jalen Hurts has made the Super Bowl twice. That means Jalen Hurts in 5 years has won. Uh, six. I believe six or seven or eight, between 6 and 8 playoff games. Between 6 and 8 playoff. What up, Phins Podcast? Guys, go check out Big C over there, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome content. You know what I'm saying? So go check him out because it's awesome. Chris Smith says, what's funny is how Watson only has one playoff win. Tua can't even play in a playoff game. Even Watson, who's unfortunately missed because of the contract situation for 2 years and has been injured for the last 3 years, even he has one playoff win. And he's only been two more seasons. Two more seasons. He's only played two more seasons than Tua. Mind you, he's also not played as many games, so you can kind of take those two extra seasons as a wash. Because guess what? He's been out of the season for two straight years. So with semi the same amount of time, game wise, even Deshaun Watson has at least one game. No, we don't have a guy. He doesn't have a strong arm or great mobility. The difference is none of them first playoff game was in Kansas City. And Aqua, the saddest part is that technically Tua's first playoff game wasn't in Kansas City. It was in Buffalo, divisional rival, but he wasn't available for that. I love Tua, but if we can't get this done this year, we need to go another route. Chris, so you need 6 years to tell you something? We've been kind of saying it for the last 3.5 years. Because like what more can the Dolphins do to upgrade? Don't worry, guys. We got an entire off season. The season is not over until the Super Bowl's done. That's why I'm not going to ham. I'm not talking about contracts right now or draft picks or anything like that because guess what? The season's not over. We still got football left, right? But once the season's over, we're breaking down contracts. We're looking at different possibilities. What positions do we actually need? All of that. Don't worry. We're also gonna do our end of the season review like we always do. Because we're gonna review Tua end of the season, like we did at the beginning, like prior to the season ending, midway to the season, and also at the end, we're gonna do that like we always do. We're gonna do the entire team. I'm even gonna do coaching as well because this is something that we need to see. Okay, are we even progressing? I'm even gonna compare it to the other years we've done this. If we lose Coach Weaver, we'll have a worse year. I agree, and do not get it twisted. Coach Weaver is a top candidate. He is a top candidate. But you see what I mean? You got Jalen Hurts out here with 6 to 8 playoff wins. Oh, he's got a better team in Philly, better coach. But I thought we got better coaching when we got Mike McDaniel, though. Somebody for Tua. But I thought we got a great team and we had the number one rushing attack, the number one running back, the number one offense, number one receiver, and top 10 receiver as well. Like that was the number one offense with a top 10 defense. What did we do? Now you got rookies out here making up playoffs like Bo Nix, and you're like, oh God, it hurts. Cause like, what are you supposed to like? What else can you possibly do? And don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, the Miami Dolphins are in the worst position out of anybody in the division. Period. Because at least the Patriots fired their head coach, hired a new head coach, and that head coach is getting their team ready. They also got a young rookie, gave him enough time to see, okay, is this a guy we want to move forward with or not? To me, I think they should. And Drake, man. And they even still got another young rookie quarterback. They still got another young rookie quarterback that they also drafted, Joe Milton, that they can develop as well to have a semi decent backup. Has a pretty decent backup. Miss Fans Hurst isn't dealing with Bills in Kansas City. Okay. So now we're gonna talk about schedule. Like, okay, seriously, guys, is that what you gonna talk about schedules now? Because last time I checked, the Eagles still got to deal with Detroit. They still got to deal with Minnesota. The Eagles still got to deal with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is always feisty. Always feisty. So it's not like they're playing ball. Don't get me wrong. I agree 1,000%. The AFC is still the better conference. On, I think it's gonna take about 5 more years, but the transition is already happening, in my opinion. Where you're gonna see the NFC be the tougher conference. But that's where we're at right now. I get what you mean by he's not dealing with you know Allen, Burrow, Kansas City. But guess what, guys? We're always playing the NFC too, just like they're always playing the AFC with us. So they still have to deal with that as well. Now, You have to understand the situation when it comes to quarterbacks. There's only 32 spots, with an extra 32 as the backups. So 64 players. Out of those 64 players, we talked about this yesterday, and we talked about it Friday. There's only four elite quarterbacks, period. I'm not arguing with anybody. We'll do QB, we'll do rankings in the off season as well. But right now, it's only four elite quarterbacks. I'm not talking good quarterbacks. No, I'm talking about elite quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes. The rest, the other three, you can pull however you want. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. Those are the only four elite. This, to be elite, you're not. You're not. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. You can even say he dips his toe into being a great quarterback. He does. He's a really good quarterback. Oh, thank you, Aquavision. 49ers, too. They got to deal with the 49ers as well. But the 49ers are injured, right? You got four elite quarterbacks out of the 32. Then you got, because remember, it's QB Tuesday. We're talking about QBs. Then after that, we're going to talk about the youngsters. You got about 4 or 5 really high potential, high ceiling, in my opinion, young quarterbacks. That's either rookies in their first year or second year quarterbacks. That's your CJ Stroud. That is your Bo Nix. Your delusional. Who's your quarterback's name again? Drake May. These are young quarterbacks where they have potential. You can tell. Oh man, these guys. You're Jaden Daniels. I never forget Jaden Daniels. That's four right there. That's the next four. So you got the four elite players, the four high potential quarterback, young quarterbacks, either rookie or second year. That's what you got. Caleb Williams, he doesn't belong there. He's got to show me a lot more before I can put him in that high potential bracket. It's just I don't see it there. I'm gonna have to see a little bit more from him, right? That's your second. So that's 8 quarterbacks. That is now a 25% of the league right there. Between your young studs and your elite QBs. That means you still got 24 quarterbacks that are either relative to the NFL, because I don't care what anybody tells me, even the practice squad guys are elite compared to college and anybody else in the world, okay? Literally, practice squad players, ladies and gentlemen, are among the best overall athletes, and the best football players in the entire world. There just so happen to be better players playing ahead of them. That's all, right? What's up, Context? Welcome, welcome. Sheko, welcome. But you got 24 quarterbacks that are either good, average, below average. I don't want to say trash because you're not really trash when you're in the NFL. You're just not as good as the other guys, you know? And a lot of it does fall into a situation that you're in, weapons around you, etc., etc. So if we're gonna go with the four elite guys, the four young studs, that's 8. Let me give you an extra four real quick. You've got the good quarterbacks. The good quarterbacks. I'll put Jalen Hurts in that one. I think Jalen Hurts is in that one. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think um you could even say Dak Prescott. pretty good quarterback. Justin Herbert, pretty good quarterback. That's about it. That's about it. I can't. I don't got. I need one more. So let me. You know what? Tua Tonga Bailoa, good quarterback, right? So I don't say nothing. There you go. You got your good quarterback, right? Then you got an extra four. The other four, you got your old school quarterbacks, the second chance QBs. That's your Sam Darnolds, your Russell Wilsons, your Geno Smith, your Kirk Cousins. You see what I mean? Those are the second chance you QBs, right? That's where you're at right now with those quarterbacks. So you got a 16. I just gave you 20 top 20 quarterbacks between your elite young studs, your good quarterbacks, your second chance QBs. That's 16 quarterbacks right there. 16 quarterbacks, right? That's what I thought about. Yeah. Did I talk about somebody else? The elite, the young studs, good QBs. Yeah, and then your second chance QBs, right? Tua's pretty good, dude. That is too fragile. Exactly, context. I agree. I agree. That's why I put him in the good category. Tua's a good quarterback. I know a lot of people want to be like, he sucks. He super sucks. At times he does, but he's actually a good quarterback. That's what makes it frustrating. So Tua's in that third category, the good one, right? And then you got your second chance QB. That's 16 quarterbacks, guys. I just gave you right off the dome. Then you got your below average, your average below average QBs. Your your Kyler Murrays that they do something here and there, but they're really doing something. Your um, who your he's not even a starting quarterback anymore. Um. Oh snap! I didn't even put Jordan Love up there. Jordan Love, I would put with the young studs still, because technically I know this is what his third year, fourth year, something like that. But this is his second year starting, so you're not gonna take away. You're not gonna talk about Patrick Mahomes' first year that he completely set down. So we can't really talk about the 3 years that Jordan Love didn't even play. So Jordan Love belongs up there. So he's number 17. I'll put him with the good category, with the Herberts of the world, right? We'll put him up there. I don't want to put him all the way to. I guess you could put him between the young studs if you want to. You could put him in that first year, second year kind of quarterbacks. Um, with C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels, and all that. Or you can stick him into the good category with the Tua and those folks right there, right? Then you got everybody else. Mind you, I didn't talk about Jared Goff. I didn't talk about Sam Darnold, Matthew Stafford either. Obviously, your Purdy's of the world. Do they belong in the average? Probably not. I probably got to put him, like Jared Goff. He's probably in a good category. You know, I don't think he's average at all. Neither is the Super Bowl winning Matthew Stafford. You know what I mean? But you guys get a general idea of what I mean when it comes to quarterbacks and kind of how you can understand my breakdown. If you can win games with a good quarterback, you can be an exciting team with a young stud. You could also win games with you can win some games too with a average QB as well. But you're not winning the Super Bowl unless you got one of those guys. Unless you got a Josh. Don't doubt the Bills. But if you don't got Patrick Mahomes, nobody's winning the Super Bowl. Like that's pretty much it. But besides that, because we do supply a little bit of hopium here, someone else will get an opportunity to do it, and hopefully Philly is able to win. Okay. Um. But yeah, Kyler will benefit from leaving Arizona. Probably. What up, G Man? Welcome, welcome. Probably. So unless you got one of those studs, you don't even have a chance of getting to the conference. You see what I mean? A young stud punching through and getting an opportunity to come in the championship weekend, or one of your elite QBs, your Lamar, your Burrow, your Mahomes, your Allen, sort of elite guys. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I wouldn't put him in the elite status at all, but he dips his toe at times. He does what he needs to do. Even when we were at our peak, which I've heard people say the Miami Dolphins peaked last year. Okay, cool. If that's the case, so excuse me, what are we even doing here? But you can see the difference between a young stud and a good quarterback. The good quarterback has got a complete team around him. Literally, I think the most complete team besides the Chiefs is the Eagle, which is why I'm not even surprised the Eagles made it, to be honest with you. But the young stud was still able to put up points. He was still able to make things happen. You see what I mean? You gotta have something. And I feel like we're stuck in purgatory. Now let's take a look at the game that we all gotta deal with. Bills Chiefs. Allen versus Mahomes. Bills are 0-4 in the Super Bowl in the 90s. They're 0-4 versus the Super Bowl champs, who they gave them to. I don't know how the man is not fired, but Bills gave Patrick Mahomes to the Chiefs. Bills also gave Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy scored a touchdown, almost scored a second touchdown yesterday. And Patrick Mahomes has been the single-handedly boogeyman, a kryptonite, whatever you want to call, guy that has single-handedly, not really, but you know what I mean, stopped the Bills from moving further. It's a product of their own making because they're the ones that actually gave it to them. The Chiefs get more Mahomes magic and advance to third straight Super Bowl beating Bills 32-29. Everything looked oh so familiar at Arrowhead Stadium on Sunday night. Back to Mahomes hosting the AFC Championship trophy as confetti rained down. Andy Reid hugging Chiefs owner Clark Hunt and Travis Kelsey kissing, you know, my girl, Taylor Swift. But guys, this is a pretty even game. Even at the end, the Bills had a shot. And then last night, who was it? Who did I see? Oh, shout out to Zbot. I was watching over there, Buffalo Fanatics. Yes, guys, I'm subscribed to our opponents' channels. Why? Because to bring you guys enough content about our opponents. Like I tell you, the path for us to get to the playoffs, win a playoff game, get to the Super Bowl, is by winning our division. So I gotta go behind enemy lines. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. And last night he was showing a video of, I guess, one of the fans shot a different like angle and whatever. Because in the TV broadcast, I'm like, damn, Dawson Knox literally dropped that ball. I mean, he was triple covered, but when you look at the other, the behind the quarterback all 22 view, bro, Dawson Knox didn't have nobody around him for 10 plus yards, and the ball was already in the air. It was, I don't know how. I do know because it's freaking Josh Allen. Because it's Josh Allen. That's why. The man escaped, and shout out to Spagnola. That man and that defense, yo. Fake the blitz. Fake the cover zero blitz. And then that was pre snap. Allen pretty much felt like he knew where he was going to go. But it was a delayed blitz. The guys that you thought the blitz was going to come through the middle, it didn't. Those guys dropped off. And then the blitz came from the edge. Literally, no, it was 1, 2. Chris Jones was already on Josh Allen. Josh Allen made a miracle and somehow got that ball. Not only did he get the ball off platform, he got it off. 2, it was off platform. 3, with enough arm strength, air air under that ball and distance to get it to Dawson Knox. The man was right freaking open. Like he was butt naked open. Clearly he was running. It looked like either a post or like a deep out. I think it was. I can't remember specifically. But he had to stop on a dime when he saw the ball and try to come back in it. So you could see Dawson Knox stopping and then trying to come back to get the ball. I don't know if it was the lights on him or whatever, but the ball hit his bread basket. Like you could see the picture afterwards where the ball is literally like off. I don't know what other it just came off. Like it hit him right in the bread basket, and then just you couldn't have had a better ball, better timing. That was a drop ball. It wasn't an easy catch either. I'm not gonna pretend because he had to actually extend himself to try to get that ball. But we're not gonna pretend like Dawson Knox is in top 10 and has played like a top 5 tight end since he's been in the league. We're not gonna pretend like he's not. The man is a weapon. He straight up dropped that ball. There was nobody around him. No pressure whatsoever. It was an awkward angle because he's going full strength. But one thing that saved him is that he kept looking back after he broke off for his route, stopped and tried to come back, but didn't have enough time because the ball was already out. Extends trying to bring it in and just went through his arms. It was crazy. It was crazy. I thought he caught the ball. And then I'm like, I wasn't rooting for the Bills, but I was rooting against the Chiefs. I didn't want them to have another opportunity to go to do this stupid three-peat and whatever. Oh God, awful. Like they're getting the same kind of hate. Well, not the same. We're not gonna pretend like the Chiefs are out here cheating. I absolutely love Andy Reid. One of my all-time favorite head coaches. Heck, listen, if I gotta go top 5 all time, Don Shula, obviously. Andy Reid is up there. Mike Tomlin is up there for me. Um, Eh, that's pretty much it. Oh, not that I like him, but I respect him and I like what he's done so far. But John Harbaugh over there with Baltimore, I like him. I like him. Don't like him when we're playing against them, but I do like him. So you know what I mean? Like those are my head coaches that I personally like. Heck no, I'm not gonna like Belichick. Ruin my literal childhood and cheated. So no, you're not getting no respect from me. No respect whatsoever. This is why he will never ever get Don Chulas. Don't worry, he is the most winningest head coach as far as Super Bowls. Okay, cool, whatever. But you're never gonna be the all-time winningest coach. Period. What's the matter? Winning games or winning Super Bowls? Super Bowls, people, relax. But the greatest coach of all time will always be Don Shula. Because if it wasn't, then Bill Belichick would have retired when Tom Brady left. And he didn't. Because he was going for the record. Just saying. Barkley gets him to red zone, then he runs to push in. Yeah, they have a system over there with the Eagles. It works though. What up, Mr. Baltimore? Good morning, Miss Fins and Dolphin family, everyone here. Come hit the like button, subscribe, support Miss Fins. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning. Miss Fins, Johnu got in as replacement. Yeah. Bellich? Belly daddy. That's your daddy, not mine. Delusional. Uh but Bills had opportunities. I can't put it all on Kincaid, right? It was Kincaid who dropped it. Yeah, I said Dawson Knox earlier. It was Kincaid. Belly. It was Kincaid who dropped it. Kincaid, isn't he like his second year or third year? And he too. Everything I said about Dawson Knox is the same thing. Kincaid literally has been a top 5 tight end, top 10 tight end in the league. So, but I'm telling you right now, it is if this right here is 50%, these two quarterbacks are 50% of the elite quarterbacks in the league. And although Bills fans, I'm sure they're like super sad that they lost or whatever, at least they get a chance every year to go. Their teams, they know they are going to get a shot in the playoffs. We're out here dealing with so much hopium as Dolphin fans. We're like, we don't know what's real or not. I mean, those who know what's going to happen. But I'm still optimistic. You know what I mean? Because, hey, I want to win. It's the only way I can say it. But do we even have a guy that can even compete here? We already spent all the money. We've tried to put everything around him. And anybody that's delusional to think that an O line, give him an O line, give him an O line. How come Lamar has never had an elite O line and still productive? Same thing with Josh Allen and Mahomes and Burrow. Don't get me wrong, a good O line is needed. Look what a good quarterback with a good O line does, aka Jalen Hurts. That's Jalen Hurts. But man, this is just not gonna work for us when it comes to what do you call it? For the Dolphins, because this is what we have to deal with every single year. This is what we gotta deal with right here. Right here. This is what we gotta deal with. Let me put it up here. This is what we got to deal with every single year. 25% of the elite quarterbacks is in our own division. And until, like Josh Allen said yesterday, to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. He's not the first one who said that, guys. I've heard it throughout the years, throughout many players across all sports. To be the champ, you have to beat the champs. And they can't do it. They're 0-4. Will they ever do it? I'm gonna tell Bills fans exactly what I tell Dolphin fans. Unless somehow Josh Allen is out for the entire season, we're not winning the AFC East. Oops, did I say that out loud? I mean, it's the truth. It's the truth. It hurts. It hurts to say this, but it's the truth. It is the truth. Same thing with Kansas City. Unless, what's his name? Patrick Mahomes is out for the entire season. You're not gonna see Lamar winning. You're not gonna see, and these are the elite quarterbacks. You're not gonna see. You're not gonna see Josh Allen win it. You're not gonna see Burrow win it. Miss Fins, we're not gonna change until we somehow clean house. We've already done that. We had the right head coach. See, everybody's trying to talk to me like we need some dogs in the building. We need to get jugs in the building. This head coach it starts at the top. This head coach, you can't do this with this head. Well, guess what, people? We had that guy already in the building. Everything you're asking for, we already had it. We had it. Literally, it was pasted on the mother bleeping wall. Takes no talent. It takes no talent. What up, Skull? One of our awesome members. Weekly has exact even the bleeping Jets. Even the bleeping Jets have somehow cleaned house and they're in a better position than we are. The entire division is in a better position than the Dolphins. Mind you, we're not 10. I mean, I guess technically we're in the Dolphins offseason, but we're not. The season's still going. Until it's over, until the Super Bowl's done, on February 10th is officially the offseason, peeps. Then we'll talk about all this in detail. But my point is, you got Allen, you got Mahomes. What happened between those two? At the end of the day, Josh Allen's team let him down, and you could not discredit. Holy smokes! This is what they say. Defense wins championships. Offense can take you there, but defense wins championships. That defense. Andy Reid is literally taking that page out of the Bill Belichick's playbook. Not the bad play, the bad page, but cheating and stuff. But it's the same thing I keep telling you guys. The same. I still remember as a kid, man, having this conversation with my dad. This was after he became a Patriots fan. I'm like, Daddy, why is it that? Why is it that every time us Dolphins, we try to like win and stuff, we can't do it. And why is it that you guys always look like a different team when it's the playoffs and ultimately the Super Bowl? He's like, sweetie, because there are three playbooks. This is what Bill Belichick said. You have the regular season playbook. You have the playoff playbook. And you have the Super Bowl playbook. There are plays you never show in both offense and defense. Till you gotta throw in that wrinkle. in the championship game. Because even the championship game, it's not playoff. I mean, it is a playoffs, but it's not. It's a different level. It's just under the Super Bowl. Even that game, you got to playbook for that. I haven't seen that defense that Spagnola did on that last play. The way they ran it. I was like, you think that man's going to leave? Trying to get a head coaching job? Nope. He's like, I'm going to stay here until I get all my Super Bowls. And then once we're done, then I'm going to go try to go somewhere else. His Spagnolo's name has been for years now. Oh, where's he going to go? Hot commodity, blah, blah, blah. Wonder why really Belichick's people didn't really leave him when they left. They weren't because he didn't give them everything. I taught you everything you know. I didn't teach you everything I know. That's why I'm still the master and you're the student. And you got Andy Reid pretty much doing the exact same thing, establishing his culture with the way that he is with his team. Okay, there. And they're seeing success. And we've got, and thank you guys in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Everybody, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button for me. And then this is what we got. Ross Garfinkel, our owner, our president of operations, or whatever Garfinkel is at this point. It starts in the front office at the top. We got Chris Greer, who the Patriots didn't start winning till after he left the organization. I wonder why. I wonder why his brother went to the San Jose Sharks. This is NHL hockey. And have the Sharks done anything in hockey? I don't think they've won a Stanley Cup at all since he's been there. He's been there for like 15 plus years, almost 20 years too, in that organization. There has to run decisions to Garfinkel for approval. So when we're talking about, man, why can't we be like these organizations? Forget it. Next year, the AFC North sucks because for them, because they got 50% of the elite quarterbacks here between Burrow and Lamar. You're gonna pretend like Steelers aren't gonna figure it out again? Burrow's gonna come back healthy, and that team, statistically speaking, was number one across all offensive stats, and still lost. Didn't even make the playoffs. They had a better record than we did, but whatever. You think just even trying to get through the AFC North, who we play next year? This is who we play next year. We're playing versus the North next year. We gotta play versus all 14. Mind you, we already played versus Cleveland this year. I almost feel like, I swear to God, it's either the Browns or the Titans we play every year. And I'm just like, how? I know it's not true, but that's how it feels like. At least for me. And I know I'm not the only one. We're gonna get through the North. 3 L's instantly. I don't even gotta see it where they're at in the L's. 3 L's instantly. And now we gotta deal with another L. Two more L's. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 L's. And with the way we're going, man, Aaron Glenn, who just got hired. God. Even the Jets, bro. fired their GM, got a new GM, fired the head coach, got a new head coach, and that head coach is looking like, bro, are they about to Mark Sanchez the crap out of this freaking team? Because if they do, Dolphins are gonna be last in the. We might be lucky to be third in the division because technically Patriots are still rebuilding, and that's not even saying much because the Patriots got Drake May, they got Brable as their head coach, they got McDaniels as their OC. They're about to bring in another dude for another previous guy, if I'm not mistaken, for their DC. Like, oh my God, they're about to rebuild the Patriots literally with like a baby version, potentially, of like 50% Brady. Heck, 25% Brady quarterback is still better than most in the league. And they got maybe a 50% Brady. Maybe. We'll give him 25 right now because he's still a rookie. They're about to bring the flipping Patriots back and Patriots way without Belichick and upgraded to this era level of Patriots back. But what do the Dolphins want to do? We're running it back. Well, what else you? And that's just our division. Hey, what's up, Daniela? Yes, I see chats. How you doing? All the way from Twitch. Thank you so much for watching. Much appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much for coming through. Come over here to YouTube, hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you. Oh man. Absolutely, absolutely. Um but this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Our division alone is already going to be tough with the moves that our opponents are making, and we'll deep dive obviously in the off season. We'll talk about it more tomorrow in the AFC show. But we're playing the North. That's 4 losses. 5-6. Don't let us lose to the Jets already. That's 6 guaranteed losses. Like this is Miss Phins. We will see. They went backwards in New England, but did they though? But did they go backwards? Because they look like they're probably just revamping and tailoring it to this version of the NFL. Sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom to get back up, but we already hit rock bottom. Now we gotta do it again. Like the South, man, could have been in the stupid South, but I don't want to be in the South. It's number bum teams. Texans are probably getting it. uh, Colts are always going to compete to do nothing. Jags, we'll see what they do. The Jets still need to retool the roster. Yeah, we'll talk about that in off season, but it's not going to be easy. That's my point. And then you got the West with Kansas City, Mahomes. You got a good quarterback in Herbert. You got a high ceiling prospect. You got a young stud in Bo Nix. And no one knows what Vegas is doing. To be honest with you, don't be surprised if Las Vegas end up being the worst team in the AFC next year. I'm just being serious. I'm just being serious. AFC West might be scary. Of course they are. All 3 teams are good. And don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, you guys forget Jim Harbaugh is going to be in his second year of implementing his system with his quarterback. Daniela, if you want, just email me. You can find that in my contacts, or DM me, and then we you can go ahead and send me that info. I appreciate it though. Thank you so much for reaching out. But I mean, guys, the West, they got three good teams. And again, Champagne's about to be in his second, what, third year, or second. Well, we'll say second year because he's gonna have his second year with his new quarterback. Second year with his new quarterback. First year already won 10-7 and made it to the playoffs. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Just make sure you DM me so I know who you are. That's it. And guys, follow me on all social medias. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Um, they absolutely did same old system with no Brady or Gronk. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So at the end of the day, that's where we're stuck as Dolphin fans. That's where we're stuck. Now I'm gonna say this because what up, Michael K? Welcome. Look who decided to show up, people. Michael K, are you here to I saw the notification, but I'm still during the show, Daniela, so you're gonna have to wait for me. When I get an opportunity afterwards, I'll reach out to you. Are you ready to take your licks? Because I'm ready to give them. The eternal 0-4. Mm. Mikey, and it sounds like he wants out. I love it. I love it. There's not more I can say. I'm out of here. Actually, I gotta go. But guys, I appreciate you guys coming through. Look, the whole point of today's show, like I was showing you, I wanted to recap the game. Did I even get? Let me real quick, cause I think it was this one I didn't get a chance to finish. This is still an efficient game for both quarterbacks. Um, we got Patrick Mahomes, 18 of 26, 241 yards, one touchdown in the air. Um, Josh Allen, 22 of 34, 237 yards, two touchdowns in the air. Yeah, Kareem Hunt, 17 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown. You got James Cook, 13 carries, 85 yards, two touchdowns. Excuse me. James Cook, to me, they made it happen. Matt Collin with his three receptions, 73 yards, one touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 85 yards, one touchdown, six receptions. Like, this was a good. Chiefs were favored by one. Look. There were opportunities for the Bills to get it, but it's hard. And apparently in these playoffs, the Bills are the only team to win the turnover battle and lose a game. The yardage is practically the same, 374 to 368. First downs goes to the Chiefs at 28 versus 22. Time of possession was practically even, 50-50. That's just what it was. I mean, they were at the end of the day, although what do you call it? Although Josh Allen, elite, there's nothing that they could have done. At the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is still your daddy. I gotta have fun too, guys, okay? I gotta have fun, so leave me alone, guys. But, anyways, appreciate all you guys coming through. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Um, Question: what happened between Mahomes and Allen? Simple. Allen had to face Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, and yet again, after 13 seconds, after a coin flip, after I forgot what the other one was, and 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 two drops, right? Two of them were drops. Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes are the better team, better quarterback. Period. So there you have it. But, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. Share, subscribe. Thank you so much for coming through. Much appreciated as always. Please follow me on all social medias. Hit also to let everybody else know, guys. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs. We got 2 weeks. Um, we're almost there. If you guys can help me out, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, that's all I ask. I appreciate you. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow morning for the AFCE show, and tomorrow night for League Wide Wednesdays. Thank you so much, and bye bye.